My name is Jenny, and I was engaged to a man named Andrie. Objectively, Andrie was the dream. He was a successful engineer, he was patient, and he was completely and utterly devoted to me. Our life together was this flawless, predictable blueprint. The wedding venue was booked, we had a down payment saved for a house, and our calendar stretched years into the future, filled with all these responsible, comfortable milestones. Andrie loved me. It was this steady, warm, reliable kind of love. The problem, I was suffocating. I would look at our perfect life, and all I could see was a closed loop, a life where every single surprise had been carefully engineered out of existence. It was safe, it was secure, but it felt like a cage. I felt like a character in a book that was already written, and I just had to act out the pages. I used to joke with my friends, I'm not looking for love, I'm looking for something that makes my heart feel like it's about to jump off a cliff. I desperately wanted a story, and Andrie's stability felt like the end of the book before it had even begun. I mistook his deep, unwavering love for boredom, and his reliability for a lack of passion. I was craving something that would disrupt the calm, something that would make me feel like I was truly living, not just existing. And that's when I met him. I met Alex at a gallery opening. He was everything Andrie wasn't. He was a freelance photographer, charismatic, chaotic, and completely broke. He lived in a loft that looked like it was in a perpetual state of construction. He was always paying his rent late. And he spoke about art and life with this burning intensity that just made me feel alive for the first time in years. He was the edge of the world I had been looking for. He was the cliff I wanted to jump off. Our connection wasn't love. It was this desperate, electric need. With him, I wasn't Jenny the predictable fiancée anymore. I was Jenny the reckless adventurer, the muse, the secret. When I was with Alex, the constant paranoia of being caught, the thrill of sneaking around, it gave me this adrenaline rush I became addicted to. I was trading comfort for chaos, stability for an emotional high. Every late-night text, every stolen moment felt like a scene from a movie. I was the main character in a dramatic forbidden romance. And for a while that was enough. It felt more real than my actual life, which was so carefully planned out. But a life built on secrets is like a house built on sand. It's exciting for a moment, but it is only a matter of time before the tide comes in and washes it all away. Living that double life became exhausting. The thrill started to curdle into anxiety. While I was sneaking out to a grimy diner with Alex, Andrie was calmly at home picking out backsplash tiles for our future kitchen. He was entirely oblivious, just focused on building this beautiful world for us. His devotion, which once felt so comforting, now felt like a heavy weight of guilt pressing down on me. I'd come home from seeing Alex smelling of his cheap cologne, and Andrie would just look at me with so much love and trust in his eyes, asking how my day was. And every time a piece of me would just die inside. The lies were piling up, and I was losing track of who I was supposed to be from one moment to the next. The inevitable explosion happened when Andrie found a frantic text from Alex on my phone, a desperate plea to meet immediately. The confrontation that followed wasn't loud or full of rage. It was quiet, and that was so much worse. It was about the sickening, devastating realization of betrayal. Andrie didn't scream. He just looked at me, not with hatred, but with the shattered confusion that broke my heart in a way no anger ever could. He didn't even ask me why I cheated. He just looked me in the eyes and asked, "What did he give you that I didn't? Was it just drama? Was that it, Jenny? Was my stability just too boring for you?" And in that moment, the horrible truth hit me like a physical blow. I didn't love Alex. I didn't love him at all. I loved the feeling he gave me, the feeling of being rebellious, alive, and desperately needed. I had confused self-sabotage with passion. Alex wasn't a person to me. He was an escape. He was a symbol of everything my life wasn't. Answering Andrie's question, I realized I had burned down our beautiful, stable world for a cheap thrill. I had thrown away a real, profound love for a temporary, selfish high. I had chased a feeling and, in the process, destroyed the person who loved me most. So, I ended the engagement. I left Andrie with his perfect blueprint and his loyal, shattered heart, and I walked straight toward the chaos I thought I wanted. I chose Alex, but the high with him only lasted about 3 months. Once the secret was out, Once the thrill of the forbiddance was gone, his instability just became exhausting. The late rent wasn't charming anymore. It was stressful. The chaotic loft wasn't artistic. It was just messy. The story I had craved so badly turned out to be a very short, painful chapter of self-inflicted damage. Without the backdrop of my stable life with Andrie, the chaos wasn't exciting. It was just sad. That's when I finally understood. My desperate need for drama wasn't about finding the right person. It was about me not knowing how to be happy in the stillness. It was about an emptiness inside me that made me believe I was only interesting if my life was constantly on fire. I didn't need a more thrilling partner. I needed to fix the gaping hole inside myself that equated peace with boredom. I had to learn the hard way that you should never confuse stability with a lack of love. And you must never, ever confuse chaos with passion. A real, fulfilling love is often quiet, respectful, and yes, even predictable. It doesn't feel like jumping off a cliff. It feels like building a safe, beautiful home at the bottom of it. I had to learn to value that peace, but only after I destroyed it chasing a superficial high. Have you ever sabotaged something good in your life because you were chasing a false sense of excitement? Maybe you left a stable job for a risky venture. Or maybe, like me, you pushed away a good person for the wrong reasons. Share your story in the comments below about learning to choose peace over passion. I think we can all learn a lot from each other. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories.